Kia ora, good evening, I'm Andrew Mulligan. She stormed Purvis, and tonight on The Crowd Goes Wild, McConey tries to make sense of it all after Cape Town. We do the sensible thing and have the weekend's big mana moments. The Dallas Cowboys' Dak Prescott makes more dollars than cents. And sensing hits and smashed him, bro.
All that plus the Paralympics, soccer football for the farmers and the NRL. But first...
The big juicy news story at the top of the show.
Yeah, leading your CGW tonight, the All Blacks making history. Oh, that's right. They lost 4 tests in a row to the Springboks for the first time since 1949. It's not all doom and gloom.
Exactly. How about the contest?
Oh, I loved it.
It was an absolute barnstormer.
Yeah.
Which is actually my first name in full.
It's true.
Here's McConey.
Barnstormer Andrew Mulligan.
The ABs tried to flatten the Boks, but once again they said, see ya.
Khaleesi! And see ya, Khaleesi.
And Sia said,
Ahoya! Ahoya, ahoya!
Oi, Wallace Satiti looked good.
Wallace Satiti spots a little gap, and the young man goes off.
And Razor said,
He can play, can't he? The exceptional young man. If you ever get to know him, he's a lovely kid.
for RC, the bomb squad delivered again off the bench.
Malcolm Marks, that's it!
And Sir JK said,
Positives for me, All Blacks competing right through the very end. Negatives, well, a bit of learning around leadership. Once again, 2 weeks in a row, last 15 minutes, yellow card, penalties, and I think probably this one, Damo missing that kick.
and you not holding your phone sideways. But the All Blacks were held trialless for the first time since 2018 in Dublin.
Barrett, ball's been knocked away by Billy LaRue.
Boys were brave and showed a lot of courage. We just probably had to get one more pass, take one more opportunity. They were that close. It's a one-score game, or the last 2 weeks have been one-score games.
Other positives include Cody Taylor,
He's made another great start, Cody Taylor!
Felt like we had control of that game, but South Africa back there last 30 minutes, and it's one area that we need to work on and get better at, because we've lost this game in the last 20 both times.
the All Blacks haven't scored in the final quarter in the last 3 tests against South Africa. Stat. Thanks, Breakdown. But the AB's coaches didn't empty the bench, Jeff?
The players who didn't get an opportunity, Sam Derry, Safa Amua didn't come on. Fletcher Newell came on for 5 or 6 minutes. What does that suggest?
Tyrell Lomax was out on his feet when he knocked Cheslin Colby off his.
The All Blacks lose one of their props.
And then Mark scored, and to be honest, the Boks should have scored again.
Bomazelu slicing through.
Anyway, lots of learnings, work-ons and takeaways. For me, just the latter. All right, let's give Marshy the last word.
My voice is gone, isn't it?
Voice is gone, boy.
Oh, no, I'm okay. My God.
See you next time. James McConey, Crowd Goes Wild.
Oh, that goes back. You remember last week I said, do you have to put on your bench? Why in rugby do you need to put on your bench? Razor heard me and took it too literally.
Yeah, he did. But this reminds me of when the All Blacks would do the same thing to a lot of teams in the 2010s, when the cardio, the pace, they pushed everybody to the nth degree, and no one could sustain the ability to keep up with the bench. And the All Blacks just don't have it at the moment. We've gone through a process where we've lost every World Cup cycle. We lose IP, we lose experience. Yeah. And this is just the beginning of something that's been built.
Yeah, it's a rebuilding phase. I know you
Springboks,
roll your eyes at it, but it is.
Springboks are awesome. Like, they're incredible. But we're navel-gazing at the moment.
How many Springboks did Russie lose from the World Cup?
It doesn't matter, because he doesn't lose all Springboks, because they play overseas and then he brings them back, because they've got that rule, which we need to have that rule now.
Don't open that box.
We need Richie Mwanga to come back.
All I'm saying, possibly, is that Russie's going to need to find 20 plus new Springboks by the time the next World Cup comes around.
True.
We've got all our young ones in there now.
True. That's okay.
Chill.
We're okay.
We're okay.
Stop the bring back Fozzie chat too.
Oh,
I found it funny last week.
Not funny anymore?
A little bit. Actually, it's quite lol. Considering how everybody wanted Razor, and it's...
This happens every time, though.
Not
happens
working out
every time.
Like they hoped. Hey, we still believe. All right. Welcome to The Chase. And no, I'm not talking about a trivia show hosted by a former Coronation Street cast member. It's... Big mana moments.
Yeah.
Focusing on people trying to catch each other. This was our #1 rugby chase down for about 5 minutes this morning.
He finds room and he's in full pace. Marika, he's in a touch. What a try saver that was.
And then top 14 winger Christian Abadiang came along and said, "You call that a try saver? This is a try saver."
Ce retour exceptionnel. Exceptionnel.
Someone just dropped an F-bomb and I agree. Noah Lyles and him have to race, all right? They still call him the cheater, and you'd probably have to put him in handcuffs to have any chance of catching him.
Foot race, driving, there is 6. Oh, he's a ghost.
Which is exactly what the Miami Police did to unfortunate NFL superstar Tyreek Hill as he pulled up to his own stadium today.
Tyreek, why do you believe the police put you in handcuffs?
I have no idea. No idea.
Apparently the officer's been bitten. Tyreek had the last laugh at the handcuffed end zone celebration. Didn't need to happen.
Nice.
The arrest, not that. And sticking with athletes leaving people in their dust.
But she's looking up at the screen already. It's going to be Anna Grimaldi who takes it. Brittany Mason, I think, has taken the silver medal. But what a performance from Anna Grimaldi.
200-metre gold in the T47 class for our mate Anna. They never stood a chance.
Absolutely amazing work there by Anna Grimaldi, and we will come back to her in a second, but that ridiculous chase down in the French top 14 got us thinking about some other ripper try savers, Mully.
Yes.
What about Kurabeti flying across the opposite wing to skittle Mapimpi? Do you remember this?
I do. That was that is fast.
That was #1 smash and bro, I'm pretty sure.
That was incredible.
This one doesn't really count, but points for effort from the Cowboys back rower on speedster Reece Walsh, still in Wah's colours there too.
Oh.
I mean, he got it. He did get it, but he got him down. Anyway, this was producer Ra's favourite from the NFL. Wide receiver DK Metcalf's season interception and goes full Terminator to stop a touchdown.
That is really, really good from DK Metcalf.
These people,
All right.
get them on the track.
That's awesome. I saw recently Bowden doing that chase down, maybe on Willie LaRue on socials recently.
I think Ra nearly put that in.
Yeah.
Nearly put it in.
But it's been around a bit, so
seen it
shout out to
twice.
Bowden Barrett, one of the great
Absolutely.
backtrackers. Right.
Okay, back to our own speed star. Anna Grimaldi avenged her long jump final disappointment with the gold medal, and she's feeling pretty good about it.
Is taken over by...
I really love running, and I think that's been the coolest thing over this last year's journey to get here, is like figuring out, why I really do love running. I love pushing myself, and I think that showed tonight.
Did it what? Am I sniffing a full-time switch to the track?
I haven't spoken to my coach, but I'm assuming he's pretty keen. It was a really nice moment in the stand, just sort of reflecting on the last year. And I mean, I got a message from my manager earlier today. She just reacted to one of my stories about being in the final, and she said, and I just replied, and I said to think, like, I kind of struggled to qualify to get here.
Yeah, the whole thing is remarkable. I didn't even bother talking to Anna about it when we had a chat just last week, but she did give me this little gem on the 200 metres.
So I'm doing the 200 on Saturday, which will be my first time doing it at an international event, and really at all since World Champs in 2017. I made the final, but I hobbled off. Found out about 3 months later that I'd actually broken my foot. I said that when we finished that race, we decided that corner running wasn't for me, and I wasn't going to do another 200 probably ever again. And so I just sort of cast it out of my mind and never thought about it.
Well, what do you know? Ring in the bell. Mully, on that.
Yes.
Corner running. No good for Anna because she's a little bit imbalanced, I guess. So she's putting a lot of pressure on that inside foot, and so decided 200 metres, corners, not for me. High Performance Sport New Zealand made her a prosthetic, which you can see she now wears.
A counterweight.
A counterweight to help, even out the load on her foot.
Is that like...
That's all, it's its only purpose.
That's incredible. How good.
And now she's winning gold at the Paralympics in an event she never thought she'd do again.
Science, baby.
Science.
Science.
Very cool.
Love that. All right, after the break. Some soccer football for the rural areas of the Motu. The playoffs are set in the NRL and setting the scene for the NPC. There were some big names present for the men's US Open final this morning. I'm 67% sure that's Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-oh, look who's here. How about that? Another Taylor. Maria Sharapova in the house.
Jannik Sinner has just won the U.S. Open.
The same has happened for Jannik Sinner.
Seal was there too.
You didn't even reference Seal.
Well, I did. He was in the image. You know who Seal is. He doesn't need an introduction.
You introduced Bruce Springsteen.
Timu Bruce Springsteen.
It was. Actually, it was Bryce
I think it
Springsteen.
was Bryce Springsteen.
Okay. They say you don't know what you've got till it's gone. That's right. Just like the NRL regular season is over, it means no more wars for the rest of the year. Let's go on wars.
Let's go on Wars. But thankfully, Sarah.
It's okay, Sarah.
It's okay. Thankfully, there's 16 other teams in the league fighting over the scraps, and here's Tav with the weekend's NRL wrap. What are you doing?
Tissues for Sarah.
It was a blockbuster Thursday night at Suncorp. The Broncos taking on the Storm for their last game of the year, and Corey Oates' last dance as a Bronco. But it was Suafa'aloa who was doing all the dancing.
Watch this bloke play. He's on the run. Goose step, do it again, son.
It was a Kiwi tri-fest. Ex-7th star Will Warbrick nabbing a hat-trick.
Pins the ears back. Will Warbrick.
Wally kid Jerome Hughes got a hat-trick too, who's currently playing with one hand on the deli end.
Absolute champagne rugby league right there.
But we don't care about Dally M's and premierships, no. This weekend was all about the Spoon Bowl. Eels' locker room was something out of North Korea, plastered with strange West Tigers propaganda posters. Supercoach Benji was doing everything he could to save the Tigers. Unfortunately, the Eels were red hot, and they served at the Tigers with their third straight wooden spoon. At Accor Stadium, it was an Australian commentator's worst nightmare, with the NRL's hardest name to say scoring on debut. As Nawanga Nitawasi was saying hello to the NRL, Tom Burgess was saying goodbye, and he did so in style.
There's Ellis. Oh, yes, they've done it! Tom Burgess scores!
Scoring a try in his last ever game for South Sydney and slotting the conversion to boot.
Oh, come on, here we go.
Speaking of going out in style, the Raiders won their last game of the season off a last-minute freakish front row grubber.
Horsburgh. Oh, stop it!
And in Newcastle, Kalen Ponga was dodging more dolphins than a SeaWorld trainer during mating season, securing a night spot in the NRL finals.
Across the face of everybody, gives it to Brodie Jones. Ponga does it again.
Over to the NRLW. The Canberra Raiders managed to secure an upset over the Dragons thanks to a double from Kiwi Matty Bartlett.
Madison Bartlett, the Raiders' leading try scorer, goes to 6 for the season.
And the Broncos got one up on the back-to-back premiership nights thanks to 2 tries to superstar Stacey Waka.
Outside again, Teitzel, cut up ball for Waka, in the shortest of spaces.
Wow.
How did she get through there?
Tavlova, crowd goes wild.
Shot Tav, you can buy Tavlova t-shirts too. He does memes.
He does great t-shirts.
Fire.
They are fire.
Who was Timu Bruce?
It was Matthew McConaughey.
You got told that in the office.
Someone even told me that, and then James McConey texted me to say, guys, that was Matthew McConaughey. I'm very embarrassed I got that wrong. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. Just quickly, 5 tries in 5 games for Stacey Waka.
Far out.
I know. And she said pre-season that she was just going to go play league for this season and then come back to Union. I reckon the Kiwi Ferns will be
Yeah.
a miracle.
Can she duel it? I don't know. I don't know if it'll work.
Internationally? Don't know.
Yeah. Hey, football is back. No, NFL, it's later in the show. Pump your brakes right now. It's soccer football's UEFA Nations League. Money-making exercise. Let's dive in face first. Check out this Slovakian bird. No, I did not mean it like that. I meant there was a little bird, that one. But we'll start with Gibraltar, who have a small population and even smaller stadium, but they've got big goals.
Whipped in dangerously and all the way in. How about that for a goal from the captain, Liam Walker, direct from the corner.
Jakanaka Nori and goodbye Gareth Southgate. Hello Lee Carsley.
Some say that it's the second most difficult job in England after the Prime Minister.
Yeah, it was his first game with England and people were furious when he didn't sing the anthem, except this guy. But there was nothing shite about these boys.
Again. There's Kane, and there's Rice! Grealish, and it's the 2 former Republic of Ireland boys
There were screamers and bicycle kicks.
Good ball then towards Paulson. Acrobatic and exquisite.
And a couple of old boys reeling in the years.
It's Modric over the wall and in. 39 years old tomorrow.
Gliding past one. Jota, Ronaldo! Off the bench. Ronaldo does what was required.
He'll never retire, but someone had to go and run it.
Oh, for goodness sake. I think Ronaldo would have been in there for that had he not had to evade a maniac running onto the park.
Yeah, maniac indeed. I mean, it's it's not a Warriors game. Gee whiz.
You just have to mouth the anthem. I never sing it, just to save you all.
Do you not sing it? I do.
Have to mouth it. No, hurts my own ears. No, you're hurting my ears. Just lip sync.
Oh no! I do that one. Sorry, Sarah. More tissues? Okay, we'll move on.
She needs a microphone. After all these years, I think we need to give Sarah a microphone.
We talked about that when we talked about it with HR.
I'll try.
Like a midwife during COVID, provincial rugby just keeps on delivering.
Yeah, this week had a battle for a bridge, a scrap for a shield, and plenty of wahine running it straight. Here's Ra with all the action from the weekend.
There are a couple of trophies on the line in the big smoke. First in the FBC, where the county's Manukau Heat were on fire against Auckland.
And then back in field, passes sticking, and it'll finish with an absolute flourish.
Big ups to our bench players that came out and made a real good impact.
Got room on the bus for the trophies to head back south.
Oh yeah.
Bragging rights and use of the Harbour Bridge were also up for grabs on Saturday, and it ended with drama. Welcome to CGW Does The Breakdown. North Harbour led by 3 and had a scrum in Auckland territory with 3 minutes on the clock when they conceded a free kick for time wasting.
Bryn Hall went to change the ball.
You had a ball.
Which led directly to this.
Shane Clark has got plenty of gas, and the ball for Caleb Tangito powering to the line.
Auckland no longer winless, Bryn Hall grinless.
Why did you go to swap?
Because it was wet. You could have just told me and said, like, mate, just come and don't do that.
Bryn got pinged for trying to get a dry ball, but why was Bryn's ball wet? Because Auckland players had been rubbing bodily fluid all over it.
You know, there's some borderline calls there.
That was a crazy call.
Sticking with game-winning tries down the right wing, Taranaki snatched it late against Waikato.
Lennox. And it's going to be Jacob.
Friday night, the Turbos got steamed like a work drinks that ends at 3 a.m.
Haven't seen that many blowouts this year, but we've got one here tonight.
And last but not least, how about that Shield game?
Reed's in McClutchy. O'Donnell. Hawks by in the corner. There's the penalty for Tasman.
2 hands on the ball.
He's done it.
Tasman Michael, the winners of the Grand Friendly Shield for the first time in their history.
Tasman even had this parting shot at Hawke's Bay on the way out. Congratulations to the Mako, who have to defend it against these guys on Sunday.
Wellington looking to free it up, and here's Clark having a run down the touchline. He'll be too quick.
Rapo Mare, crowd goes wild.
Tasman, in that current iteration as they are, been a long time trying to get that. And they're only going to have it for a week because Wellington come to town and will win it.
I can't believe they've never won it, considering the names they've had over the years.
Been unlucky.
Very unlucky.
Yes.
Do we talk about Sweaty Ballgate or no time to talk about Sweaty Ballgate?
I love Sweaty Ballgate, but it's really, 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 really tough on Bryn. I feel sorry for Bryn.
We do feel sorry for Bryn.
Yeah, sorry, Bryn.
Yeah.
All right, still to come on the show. Hayden Wild gets it done.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah, no one does Murica like the NFL, and it is back. And Smash and Bro does it like no one else.
Hayden Wild will pick up another one. He'll pick up his 3rd win in London. He did it in 2021, he did it in 2022, and he does it in 2024.
Yes, Hayden, and you can take the ball out of Whakatane, but you can't take the Whakatane out of the boy.
Yes.
Hang on. Let's stick with this. It's a triple shoey. Well, as if Supertry hadn't given enough.
All right, welcome back. No mai, haere mai. All right, helmet and pigskin fans, It might be hard to sit down, be humble after the NFL kicked off this weekend, but it's week 1 and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves too early.
Especially if you have an NFL fantasy team. Mel spent a lot of last year walking around like he had swam in a pool of way too much chlorine. Here's Tay with the NFL wrap.
My name's Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59.
That's right, Lamar is locked in, much like my faith in Joey Cool Burrow and the Bengals. Although they took a while to thaw out against the Patriots, practically stayed frozen, gifting a win to the Pats' new head coach, Jared Mayo.
A new era starts with an upset win.
And he wasn't the only one on debut.
We're here. It's been quite a journey, but I love being your partner.
Yup, Tom Brady's blessing our ear holes and NFL addiction for the next damn decade.
Such a dangerous returner, and here he is getting his opportunity. One of the most dangerous, explosive returners in the game.
And although he was humbled, #1 drafted quarterback Caleb Williams became the first quarterback rookie to win his NFL debut since 2002.
Stevenson will give the Bears the lead.
The Bills recovered from a 17-3 deficit, with Josh Allen levitating into the end zone.
Got some daylight, hurdles to the end zone.
Even with the Cardinals serving up some poetic justice off the new kickoff rule. Dallas clocked up 96 yards for a TD, but the Buffaloes go home with the win.
One man to beat, dives to the goal line.
The Seahawks' wingspan allowed them to get over the Broncos 26-20, while the Bucks took command over the Commanders, since rookie Jaden Daniels struggled to.
It's Jalen McMillan, his first catch.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jags tried to contain the Miami Dolphins, but it's hard to lock down a man like Tyreek Hill, who had been running since this morning.
He's a ghost. And the kick is up, and it's going to be good from 52.
The Lions took the Rams into overtime, where Montgomery led the Pride to victory.
For the run for Montgomery into the secondary. Montgomery to the 37-yard line. First and goal from the 1. It is Montgomery. It is a Detroit Lion overtime win.
NFL's back, baby. Taylor Curtis, crowd goes wild.
All right, look at the time. It is Smashed and Bro o'clock.
Smash and Bro!
Ricky Swinell describes a night out in town for our Wairangi Kōpū.
Numbers coming, shots coming in, bodies flying.
Huge hit from Afunia. Who sent it back. Bonfa!
I don't know what the Tongan word for bonfa is, but I looked it up in a Tongan dictionary and there was a picture of Tupou Afungia. The English translation for bonfa is quite simple. It means Tupou. Smashed and Bro! Oh, year number 4, Lucas is giving us our money's worth.
To Emery, oh boy, absolutely decked in the tackle there by Lucas Cashmore. Shirt fronted him.
The Turbo's Jason Emery said bucket and ran it straight at Cashmore, but he came up a few bucks short. Lucas Cashmore. Smashed and Bro! Now for number 3. And note to self, Jonah doesn't like to share.
Little dab through for Nutaki. Coming across his white. Gets drilled.
If he can't score, he absolutely belts him.
James White learned a few hard lessons in his debut season. The biggest one being, if you take a ball that was meant for Jonah Nariki, you'll likely end up on Smash and Bro! Yay. Storm, do you remember the Titans? Brad Scheider will now.
Kenny on to Luai. Delays the pass. Oh, what a shot! Oh, my goodness. Snyder is pummeled by Jojo Fafita.
I Can't Wait for You to Be Gone was a line from one of JoJo's biggest hits, the 2004 single, Get Out. This was one of Jojo Fafita's biggest hits, and I feel it conveys the same message. Jojo Fafita, Smash and Bro! Now, number 1 this week, Jeremiah gets angry when you mispronounce his last name.
Nene. Jeremiah Nene says Eli Clark. Get that in here. Sorry, what was your name again?
It's an easy one to remember. Nene is someone who looks after your kids, you know, like a nanny. It's actually pronounced nanai, like nanai for an eye, which is exactly what Jeremiah did with our number 1 Smashed and Bro! Choo! Get that in here. Boom!
Yelling. Not good for my vocal cords. I'm going to turn into Wairangi Kōpū before I know it.
Okay then.
Sorry.
That is us. Thank you so much for watching, Paul Mardia.
Have a great week.
Yeah, good night.
Everyone.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Thursday. You won't see us on Thursday, but you'll see someone on Thursday.
Who will it be?
Probably Taylor.
Just Taylor?
Do you know what? Taylor should do it by herself.
More tissues for Sarah.